Coming up on the official Celtic FC podcast, Spanish race walker Paul McGrath reflects on his recent gold medal win and he explains why Celtic is the team for him.
Celtic is like a religion in our family. So since I was like 1 year old, 2 years old, Celtic was like a main theme.
Hello and welcome to the official Celtic FC podcast. I'm Matthew Campbell and today I'm joined by Spanish race walker and winner of a gold medal at the 2026 European Athletic Championships, Paul McGrath. Paul, it's brilliant to speak to you. How are you?
Hi, I'm super happy to be here with you guys and super stoked just to chat a little bit about race walk, Celtic, and just football.
That's excellent. Brilliant to hear. I mean, we'll chat a little bit about your athletics career, your love of Celtic, which I know that you've spoken about a little bit over the last few days. But, you know, Saturday, August 15th, what a wonderful day it must have been for you, because you win gold in Birmingham in the early part of the day, and in the later part of the day, Celtic hammered Dundee United at Tannadice. It must have been a brilliant day for you.
Yes, it was. I was speaking out with my dad and uncles about that. Yes, yesterday about Saturday that all went fantastic. I won, gold medal in the Europeans, and Celtic did their job. So fantastic day for me, for my family, and for the Celtic fans. So it was a superb day.
Superb. It's great. It's great to hear. Tell us a little bit about this, because the fact that you're Spanish, you compete for Spain, but I heard you in an interview saying that you're 33% Spanish, 33% Scottish, and 33% Irish, and you're a Celtic supporter, which is great. So is that just through your family that you support the club?
Yes. So my dad's Scottish from Glasgow, but grandparents are from Ireland, so that's why I'm like 33. I'm a mix, but I'm born and raised in Barcelona, Spain. And Celtic, yes. So dad's been a Celtic supporter since day one. My whole family has been a Celtic supporter. They are ticket season holders like for over 30 plus years. So Celtic is like a religion in our family. So since I was like 1 year old, 2 years old, Celtic was like a main theme in our house. So it's super cool also to have a team and to support like Celtic, and just to also unite all the family. And it's a cool thing. I know me coming, I'm coming from Spain. That's all it's only like Barca, Madrid. I was like this strange boy at class, being from another club, and not a well-known club as Celtic. So but I was super always happy with and also had one of the best years of Celtic, just winning so many titles. So it's been amazing when I was a little boy at school. So it was super cool.
It's fantastic to hear, and it's interesting because sometimes we speak to Celtic supporters who maybe grew up in England, so not too far from Scotland, but they always say it was strange going to school because I was the only Celtic supporter in my class. It must have been even stranger for you being in Spain with all your classmates, like you say, supporting La Liga sides, but here you are rooting for a side in Scotland. It's good to see that you've kept that support up through the years.
Yes, and I think it made me look, it was more unique. So I was also super happy, and also had friends supporting Celtic, and I've had my friends going to like Irish pubs in Barcelona just to see like derbies, and so it's a cool thing. Even my friends now support Celtic in a different way, and they've also came to they came to Paradise to watch Celtic. So it's a good thing. It's an amazing feeling. Also, not only me but also my friends from Barcelona that they're also they're also Celtic supporters in a different way, but it's a cool thing. And I'm super proud to be a Celtic supporter.
Well, that's wonderful to hear, and it's good to hear as well that you're doing God's work over there in Barcelona and trying to convert a lot of people to Celtic. We'll chat a little bit more about your life supporting Celtic, but let's talk about your athletics career, because of course it's been a wonderful time for you. You won gold at the European Athletic Championships in Birmingham, but tell us a little bit about race walking. What is it? What does it involve?
So race walking, it's an event in athletics. So if fans hearing this, they'll know that athletics is not only sport. So there's different sports, and so you'll have from long jump to throwing events, long distance sprints, and one of these events it's race walking. It's an Olympic sport, not very popular in Scotland or in Britain, but it's quite popular in South America, Italy, Spain, China, Japan. So and it's a strange sport because we're not running, but we're not walking, and we're going very fast. And it's involved a lot of technique. And there's two rules in race walk: that you have to have your knee when it's in contact with the ground has to be straight, and then you have to have one foot at the time touching the ground. So with these two rules, and you just have to walk as fast as you can. And since I was 8 years old, I've been doing that. So it's been my whole life, and I'm super, and I've been to so many countries, done so many great things. I've done things that I was dreaming when I was 8 years old, and I've done it. So it's just an incredible feeling, and now I can, it's my life, and I'm a professional race walker. So yes, it's quite a thing.
It's very interesting as well, because like you say, it's a sort of strange spectacle even to watch, because like you say, it's not quite walking, it's not quite running. How did you discover that you were clearly talented at this?
So I live quite close to a track and field stadium. So I wanted to be a football player. I wanted to be the next Hendrik Larsson, but with 5-6 years old, family said, "I don't think you're not going to be so great." So I was good at running. So I started with 7 years old at that club, track and field club. Started doing these different events. So started jumping, throwing, sprints, and I had to race also in a race walking competition. I didn't know what was it because I was 9 years old, and I just had done like 2 or 3 training sessions, but I came fifth. And coming fifth in just your first competition, that was amazing. I couldn't believe it. So talked with my coach and told him, please, I want to train a little bit because I think I can be Catalan champion. And next year I was training like 30 minutes a week, race walking, just 30 minutes, and I managed to be Catalan champion when I was 9-10 years old. So that was mind-blowing, because for first time I was winning a race, and it was I thought, okay, I found my event in athletics. So since then I've just been doing race walk, but it was something, I didn't want to be a race walker. Like, race walk found me, just trying different things, and just coming, just racing and doing it well. I thought that it was my event, and of course I always wanted to be an Olympian, always wanted to go to like Spanish championships, European championships, world championships, and I found like my event in athletics. So that's how I started.
That's fantastic to hear, and it's really interesting as well. There's almost something quite humorous as well about the fact that I'm sitting here as a Celtic supporter. Our producer Jay is in the room as a Celtic supporter as well. Both of us grew up here in Scotland, probably thinking, I'd love to play for Celtic and be like Henrik Larsson. And there you are over in Barcelona having the exact same thoughts. Do you think the fact that you were successful at race walking from an early age and you were winning from an early age, did you almost get addicted to the feeling of winning as well as sort of enjoying taking part in the sport?
Yes, and that's I've been working about with like mental coaches because for start of my career, I only liked the sport because I was winning. So when I was getting second place, third place, or even getting 20th place, I wasn't feeling good. So because from an early age of 9, 10 years old, I was always winning, winning, winning. It was like I was addicted, and it's impossible to win always. It's so you lose more than you win. So then you're working with mental coaches, and then my perspectives changed a lot. And of course, I love to win. I'm a super competitive athlete. I same as you always want. I always want Celtic to win, but it's almost impossible. So you just have to accept when there's when you can't win, you have to lose or draw or whatever. But for sure, it's been quite a journey with that, and yes, it's been winning from an early age also has gave me a lot of good things and amazing experiences.
Nah, it's excellent, and I'm interested, Paul, in the training. You're talking about the fact that you're speaking to coaches about mentality. And you also got the physical side of the training as well. How do you prepare and train for a sport like race walking?
So I train every day, almost every day. Normally twice a day, depends, but it's quite similar to like someone who does half marathons or marathons. The schedule I'll do for 90 to 100 miles a week, and so 100 from 140, 150, 160 kilometers a week. So that's a lot of hours training, doing mile, 3 mile, and it just depends. Doing also some gym work, long runs or long walks, some fast things. So I have a fantastic coach that I've been with him for the past 10 years. I've grown up with him, and he's the one who dictates what I have to do every day. But yes, it's quite similar to what I'm just a normal guy should just who prepares a marathon, but in a professional way, doing double sessions and of course a lot of kilometers.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of grueling work, a lot of miles to put in. What kind of distances are we talking about here in terms of when you're competing? So, just recently in Birmingham, what was the distance that you raced?
So it was a half marathon, so 13 miles, so 21 kilometers. That's my distance. That's the Olympic distance, but of course I've been doing training sessions over 30 kilometers, and so it just depends. But our races are normally half marathons or 10 kilometers. So, but the Olympic distance is half marathon, so that's like the main distance.
Brilliant. Rather you than me. I've got enough trouble walking to the bus stop in the mornings, but no, you're doing brilliantly. You seem to be building up a pretty decent medal collection, just having a little look through some of the things that you've achieved over the last couple of years. Paint a picture of that then for us, Paul. Tell us about some of the events that you've competed in and the places that you've been.
So I'm Olympian, so that's like my what I'm most proud of. I was an Olympian in Paris 2024. I came 17th, so it wasn't the best result, but I was just happy enough to be Olympian. Then last year I was third in the world in Tokyo, the World Athletics Championships. And this year I won the European medal, in the European gold medal in the European Athletics Championships. And 2 years ago, I was silver second. So I've upgraded my medal collection. And so I've been all over the world through I've raced in 3 continents. But next year I'll be going to 4 continents. Australia is the only Well, Oceania, the only continent I haven't raced. So it's a fantastic job, traveling around the world and racing. But yes, that's like my little resume about the last few years and what I've achieved.
That's excellent. It's brilliant. And like you say, the most recently you get that gold medal in Birmingham at the European Championships. It was a record time as well for you, wasn't it?
Yes, so it was a personal best for me. So of course, to win a gold medal, you have to have the best day of your life, and I had it. So came with a gold medal and a PV, and I was quite close to the Spanish national record. So that's also quite cool. So I'm looking for that for the next races and years to achieve that Spanish national record.
That's brilliant. In football, for some players, they can they step onto the pitch, and some days they just have a wonderful game and everything goes right for them, and they can feel it themselves. Is it the same for you at the start of a race? Like, so in Birmingham, could you just feel that, it was your day and everything was kind of ticking along nicely for you?
Yes, I knew from the start of the week. I was in Glasgow, so I did a training camp in Glasgow the last 10 days before heading out to Birmingham. So, and I was just feeling myself. That was, as you said, I knew it was my day. I knew that all my training sessions they had been great. I didn't have any sickness. Mentally and physically, I was at my best. So the day of the race, I was just super confident, and I knew that I was gonna do a good job. So when mentally and physically you're on point, it's super easy. The difficulty is just everyday training when it's raining or it's cold, when it's super hot. That's the difficult. When it's race day, that's the easiest part. You just have to go there and just do your thing.
And that's exactly what you've done. And your thing was to win gold, which was a wonderful achievement. I'm always interested, Paul, what do you do with your medals? Have you got them up in the wall, or do you put them in a cabinet, or?
Yes, so I have like a cabinet with like the important medals, so European World's medal. So it's there. But now I'm just letting people. So I'm just going through friends and family, going with my medal. So I have this not there yet, but in a week or two, it'll be there with the other medals. But then I just forget about it because they're just in a cabinet and I don't look at that much. But I'm sure when I'm 20, I'm 24. So when I'm like 44. I'll look at them with a different feeling, but now I'm just now I'm just thinking about the next competition, Olympic Games. So I still live the moment, but I'm always thinking about what's the next big thing to achieve.
Brilliant to hear. Well, let's chat a little bit now, Paul, about you as a Celtic supporter, because I don't know of any Celtic supporter that wasn't brimming with delight to watch your post-race interview after your gold medal win in Birmingham, where you talked a little bit about the race, but then the vast majority of the interview was you talking about Celtic and Celtic's great start to the season and hoping to tune in to the Dundee United game. You've been a Celtic supporter all your life. What are your earliest memories of supporting this club?
Yeah, so my earliest memories was I was looking because I wasn't sure. So it was when for first time to Parkhead when I was 5 years old, so 2007. So funny enough, I still remember because it was the first game of Scott Brown. So that's why I've always remembered, and I've always had like a connection with Scott Brown because was his first day as a Celtic player, well, at Parkhead, I think, and I was there, so that was a good coincidence, and that's my first memory, just being there and just being amazed, being with my dad and supporting an amazing club with the amazing atmosphere there. So that's like my first memory.
That's wonderful. Obviously, you're living over in Barcelona. Do you get over to Celtic Park often, or to come to see Celtic play?
Yes. So I normally go once or twice to Glasgow, and I'm always looking for a ticket. Always, if so, normally I'll go for a football match if there's tickets available. I went to the first game this year, so that was fun to see like the flag, and it was. I went with a friend, so he was super impressed, and we won. So that was super good. But yes, if I'm if I have to go to visit family or just to doing like a training camp, I'm always looking for a spare ticket.
Brilliant. Well, I'm sure if anybody's listening to this, they might be able to help you out on that front. We're speaking the day after Celtic's fantastic 3-0 win against Lask at Celtic Park. Did you watch the game?
Yes. With my dad, it was just incredible. I was a little bit afraid. I'm not gonna lie. Champions League. We all know how important if it is for both clubs, and important to have a good lead for the away game. So 3-0, I think you can't ask for much more. So we were so pleased and so relieved also not to go there and having a three goals up is just fantastic. So looking forward for the away game and to qualify to the Champions League. And let's hope we have a Barca game, so that'll be easier for me to go. But yes, it was fantastic.
That's brilliant. Great to hear. And here's hoping we get the Champions League and, like you say, we draw Barcelona. It's wonderful to speak to you, Paul, and it's obviously, like I say, it was delightful to hear you speaking about Celtic after your race there. What have you made of Celtic's start to the season so far?
I think it's been a good start to the season. There's very good signings, so I'm quite pleased. I think us as a Celtic supporter, we knew we had to change things. Last year was nerve wracking. So I remember, I had to race before the Hearts game. So I can't race before, I have to be, calm down, calm. I can't race with, a last game, a minute winning goal for the league trophy again. So I hope this year we are much better. But I think it's a good start. Won all the games. The others, we all know who is not winning the game, so that's also good. And I think I'm quite pleased. Just keep it rolling and just let's see what magic Martin O'Neill can do with the team. So. And of course, if we can do a good Europe run, that'd be great. That's the only thing I'm missing, because I didn't experience Seville. I was 1 year old. My dad, family from Spain, also went to Seville, and that's the only thing I'm missing. A good run and going to like an away stadium or to Parkhead, but to for a good European match. But I think yes, good, very good, and I think it'll be a great season for us.
Here's hoping you're right. Give us a prediction, a score prediction for our second leg against Lask.
I think a 1-1. 1-1 draw. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, take that all day long, Paul. Before I let you go, Paul, what comes next for you in terms of your racing career? What events have you got lined up?
So next year, main goal is the World Championships in Beijing. So September 2027, that's the main goal, and I can start my qualifiers to the Olympic Games. So of course, that's that's my dream to go to just to race in Los Angeles and do the best I can do there. So that's the other main objective in August 2028. So that's the two next big things. Of course, I have other competitions, other races, but they're not as important as these two. And of course, the most important one is Olympic Games that I'm hoping to just be my best at there.
Brilliant. Well, Paul, absolutely. I know for a fact that everyone here at Celtic and every Celtic supporter around the world will be absolutely rooting for you in every event that you take part in from now on.
Thank you very much. I'm hoping to, yes, it now will be different, having also Celtic fans supporting, and it's a fun, they're fantastic fans. So, there's nothing more I can ask for. So, amazing.
Superb. Well, thanks very much for speaking to us, Paul.
Thank you.
And thank you very much for watching or listening to this episode of the official Celtic FC podcast with Paul McGrath. Thank you very much, and hail, hail.